Hi, a very good morning to all. Today we are going to see this particular question, which is seen on the screen, highlighted green. Some people believe that everyone has a right to have access to university education, and that governments should make it free for all students, no matter what financial background they have. To what extent do you agree or disagree? So this is the particular question that we are going to discuss. You know that there is an argument. Some people suggest, they recommend free education for all because they feel that everyone has the right to access university education. It's their personal feeling. Do you agree or disagree to their personal feeling? They feel like everyone has the right to get university education. So all the governments should make it free for all the students. Even if they are rich, even if they are poor, it doesn't matter. You have to give free education for the poor students. At the same time, you need to give free education for the rich students, for the privileged students too. So this is the opinion of some people. So whether you agree with this particular statement, you can say agree, or you have a disapproval, you can express your disapproval there. Now, when we see the introduction part, how can we address this thing? So we have to say, we have to address the topic, and at the same time, I need to say my personal statement there, my own view there. So these two things are the important parts I have to give in the introduction. So I started with a general statement here. The general statement, it has been a debate for a quite long time. So it gives you an idea. When I started like this, it gives you an idea. This is something which generalizes something. So we have generalized this thing. So we have generalized. It has been a debate for quite a long time whether government should provide university education free, respective of their financial background. So the topic here is addressed here very clearly. So the topic is addressed here. And we generalize the matter. It's not personalized. I have personalized it here. This is generalization and this is personalization. So I have generalized the matter. There are some people, I have not copied like that. It has been a debate. So there exist diverse views. So that's the truth. For quite a long time, I didn't say when it started, whether government should provide university education free, respective of their financial background. So I have made it formal. I have made a rephrase this thing. The topic is addressed on the first sentence. And now I can see my personal opinion. This is my personalized view. However, you can see however means I disagree. However means it is not uh, agreeing to the previous statement. However, I hardly feel that this should happen except in some exceptional cases. Now, you can say in some exceptional cases this can happen, but I don't feel this should happen. It's your thesis statement is very clear. You disagree to this thing, but you have given some excuses there. In some cases, you can see that there some excuses are given. Conditions apply. Now, when I go ahead with the first particular paragraph, this is the first particular paragraph. The first reason why I disagree is because of the huge economic liability a government would have. This is the topic sentence. So the topic sentence, the paragraph, the core of the paragraph. But this is what I'm going to explain. So you are going to explain the huge economic liability a government would have. Now, to be precise, the explanation starts here. To be precise, most university courses are expensive and of longer duration. When this is made free, naturally the number of enrollment goes high, and the government should increase the number of seats for students, and this would increase the expense further. Now, it's university courses. Most of the university courses are expensive and of longer duration. Okay, so I can say one more sentence there. Okay, so I have added one more sentence. Most governments are already seen funding. Oh, I can say I don't need this already. Are seen funding the universities in one or the other way. When this is made free, naturally the number of enrollments goes high, and the government should increase the number of seats for the students. Now you can see the government is already spending some money, and when it is made free, more number of students will come and study. What happens in return is that governments have the universities have to increase the number of seats, and this would increase the expense further. And okay, it's not the governments. Okay, now this is the first situation. It is the economic problem. Now when I go with the second particular paragraph, another reason behind my disagreement is because of the fact that only the financially background students require free university education. That's a title sentence. So why I disagree free education, number one, is that it has a huge economic liability on the part of the government. And why I disagree, the second reason is that only to some sectors we need to give free education. We don't need to give free education for all. Now, it is the responsibility of any government to support those who really want to pursue tertiary education from the less privileged sectors. Yes, it is a fact. When this privilege is offered to other groups who are economically stable or independent, the value of education would fade off, and the taxpayers' money would be wasted. Now, it's a waste of money when the taxpayers' money is wasted in such a way that university education is made free to financially sound students. Why should we do that? So we should go ahead with the poor students. So this is what it says. Now I'll add one phrase here. Yes. Now, I admit that when university education is made free, now there is some exceptions where we can assist the students. I admit the fact that I have to admit when university education is made free, those candidates can serve the government in return after the completion of their studies. When they complete their studies, the university students can assist the government. They can serve the government. But you know that there are more instances when economically stronger students, yeah. Okay, however, there are more instances when students from sound economic background migrate to other countries where they can get better facilities once they complete. So the available option, therefore, the available option is that the privilege of scholarship and stipends to those who excel in their studies. So now we can see that when it is given to the financially sound students, they are not going to serve the country, and the taxpayers' money would be again wasted. So what we can say that we have an available option here, and this is the privilege of scholarships and stipends to those who excel in their studies. This is what we can say. Now, to conclude, I can just conclude it. Now we have two parts here. Despite in some cases when government should inspire university students to excel in their academics with financial incentives, you can give financial incentives to those who excel in their studies, whether they are from rich, whether they are from poor, whatever it is. I do not feel that free education is to be offered to all other than financially backward students. Okay, so that's the end of this thing. So this is the answer of the particular question, except some financial assistance. Governments, I don't feel that government should give free education to financially background or financially backward students. Yeah.